aka Jamie, or Jamie Rogers, aka Cut Group. Tell us about what you did with the King Midas. I mean, you were jumping on King Midas even while we were even talking today or yesterday. I mean, last Saturday, you were trading Ether with a couple of gents from our mentorship class, and you were jumping in on Ether because you can trade Ether on Saturdays. So
right. Yes, sir. It was great. I mean, appreciate you allowing me to speak on that. Actually, it was Bitcoin. Because I saw it and I was like, wow, and I was like, well, one thing I've always learned from Dr. Greg, if you can use it on one asset, you can use it on all assets. So, of course, I got to test the theory and push the button, if you will. I'm always pushing the letter, right? And I said, well, let's try it on Bitcoin. So I called a couple of people and I said, hey, jump on. Let's look at this new toy. And man, it was within minutes. We saw it. And out of the three of us, two of us took some trades on it. And that thing shot up north. And then it came back. And we just literally followed the rules, waited for the rules to happen. And then it shot off again. And it's just been going up. And that's what it is. And it's perfect on gold. It's perfect on Bitcoin. It's perfect on a lot of different asset classes. So I tell you, Dr. Greg, I always say, man, it can't get no better than this. And then Dr. Greg goes in his, his little bag and he just pulls out, not a Cadillac, but I mean, a Lamborghini, a Phantom, and he just lays it right there. He tells us how to operate it, follow the rules, and you'll be successful. I mean, it's just totally awesome. So that's what happened a couple of weeks ago, Dr. Greg, and it's just been fire ever since, sir.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for sharing, and tell us about the live trading that you're doing on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Oh, wow. That is perfect. It's a little difficult for me. I haven't quite mastered it yet to get to your level, how you're able to differentiate and look at both screens. I'm still practicing, drilling, rehearsing to get to that level of where you are. Okay. But it definitely works. There's no question about it. And to see it move and have faith in it and understand that you have confidence. And Dr. Greg, you have truly instilled that into us, in my professional opinion, through your 3-step process of how to get a trader from zero to superhero in 90 to 120 days. Mm-hmm. So, and dealing with that and with these tools that you've given us gives us even more confidence to take the trade. And if we lose the trade, like I did, you learn from your mistake because it's going to be a lesson. I said this to someone yesterday, without struggle, you can never have a testimony. And I tell you, Dr. Greg, with the lessons that we learned, it just makes our testimonies even better and better and better, that you can take someone with no skill set in this industry and take them to the next level, a mediocre trader or even a professional trader, because there's always room for improvement, because that is the biggest room. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Can you actually, I'm going to actually share this screen. You remember what you did last year? You said you wanted to double the account on my birthday. Remember that? This is this gentleman here. Double for, you're supposed to, part of the 3-step process is to double a live account. You did more than that. Can you describe what happened here?
Dr. Gray, it was the perfect setup. It was just the perfect setup. And, I know that you teach us to, get your pips and roll out. But with me pushing the letter, seeing things on the higher time frame, it just took off. And when I saw that takeoff and I looked at the higher time frame, it's like, I didn't close 2/3. I kind of closed 40% and I let the rest run. And it just kept going and going and going. And as it kept going, I kept moving up higher time frames to where I saw the peak out at. And when I saw that, it was all she wrote. I just sat there and just watched it happen. And I was like, whoa. I mean, that's when I really became a believer, when it actually happened live in the market in my face. You know, it didn't, this wasn't like a replay or, you know, we picked a certain time, you know, to trade. No, this thing was actually happening live. So yeah, Dr. Greg,
That
this
was
was true.
472. And just for those people who don't know the context, Jamie was in my Pip and Run mentorship, which is a 12-month mentorship. And so stage one was simulation, where we practice like you guys are going to do the same thing. We're doing the same process, simulation, get a hang of the strategy, and then move on to demo, right? And then you took this demo account on my birthday is October 12th, but on October 13th, you took it to 472.73%, taking a $10,000 account to 69,446%, or $69,446 or 472%, right?
Yes, sir.
And at 0.1% drawdown.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the context, and the trades you took. I mean, they're just tremendous, right? But so how do you feel about the process? The process that I know you invested, you know, if you don't mind me saying, like $15,000 in that program, right? And we're offering this program the same framework for them. What's your opinion about that for them?
Guys, take advantage of it. When you start investing in yourself, you tend to take it more seriously, especially that amount of money. To be transparent, you know, I was offered this opportunity. I think it was 2 years prior, Dr. Greg.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I was just sitting one day right here where I'm sitting at, literally right now, a year ago, and I was like, God, there's got to be something better than this, because I was a mediocre trader. I was making money, but I wasn't at the potential, in my professional opinion, personal, where I should be at. And I mean, it was like maybe 30 minutes, an hour, I got an email from Dr. Greg. Now, that email wasn't directed to me, but that email was for me, if that makes sense. And I looked up at God, and I was like, wow, you really got a sense of humor, you know? So I got on the phone with Dr. Greg. I called him on his Skype. And the first thing that came out of my mouth was, outside of saying, hey, how you doing? I said, hey, where's your link? Where's your information at, so I can go ahead and send you this money? And I said, and he was talking like, for real? And I was like, sir, send it to me before I change my mind. And he sent it, and off to the races we go, because it was about business. And I think he heard it in my voice, like, okay, he's really serious this time. And I tell you, I regret it every single day. Every single day I didn't do this 2 years prior, because I know this. If I would have done this 2 years prior, I'd be in the States somewhere, or on somebody's island somewhere eating lobster, button shrimp. I promise you that. So Dr. Greg, I thank you.
Where are you right now? The people that get for the context, where are you right now?
I'm currently in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Yes.
So learn this strategy earlier when I had the opportunity. You would be here right now. We would be having an adult beverage or something here, right?
Yeah. We'll be eating some lobster, but no question about that, sir.
well, thanks for sharing. Cut the rope. I mean, he is a master trader. He's one of the only few certified Pip and Run traders who've gone through my program. Like I said, there are many people who have said no to the opportunity, and 5 years later, 3 years later, they come back and say, "Oh, I wish I would have taken advantage of it," because it is, you know. And I said, "Well, the only way for people to, the reason why, I know you invested a lot of money, and the gentlemen in this room have probably not got anywhere near that. I want to offer the same value, so people could see that once they start making money with this strategy, that would say, this thing works. I'm going to go ahead and invest, you know, the 10,000 or 15,000 to work with me for 12 months in the high ticket program, right? But I know people that are not able to do that. They can't swing that. They got things going on. They got credit cards maxed out. They got all kinds of things. But if they knew in their heart that this worked, that they would actually take the leap and go forward. That's why I put so much effort. And I met Eric, and Eric says, look, let's package your program and show people how valuable your high ticket program is by showing him if his low ticket stuff can make people money, then that high ticket stuff it's a no brainer. It's a no brainer to invest and to take the next step forward. Would you agree?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I I wish you would have had this when I was coming through, but I'm glad I made that investment because it all now makes sense. So, you know, even though I kind of was up here, and I'm not saying, you know, better than anyone else. Now, that's not what I'm saying, but I took that leap of faith and made that investment. I want to tell you something. Seeing this, and that's the reason why it just it's clicking faster. It's just making more and more sense. So when you give a gift, the gift that you gave with the Midas touch, you know, I jumped all over it. I wasn't waiting. I wasn't waiting the next day. I didn't. I mean, as soon as you dropped it and you gave the rules, I mean, I was already TikToking. I mean, not TikTok, but looking at it, TikTok, like, okay, come on, let's work on this now. Not putting it off. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And look what happened. Bitcoin. I mean, that thing shot up. And it kept on shooting. It's still shooting up. So to take something like that, Dr. Greg, I mean, you can't put a number on it. It's priceless. It is truly, truly priceless. So, and I'm not saying this, I'm not getting paid for doing this from Dr. Greg or anybody. I just want to put that out there. But I'm being very, very transparent with everyone here. I'm just a dude from the street of Chicago, from the South Side, that he took someone like me and turned him into a trader. And sir, I thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Kat.